in Southeast Asia.
Do you class mixed race as black?
Absolutely.
Why?
You don't?
Mixed is mixed. It's biracial.
Nah, I see it as black, man. I can't.
Yeah,
bro.
but why though? Why?
Bro, because you can't, bro, you can't take what we are, bro. I'm 100% African. So even if I was to be with a Latina or an Asian, that child is gonna look more like me than she's gonna look like her. Facts. So yeah, of course.
No, the child is gonna look mixed race, bro.
But they're gonna be black, regardless.
Like I hear. Listen, I hear you. Like this, I've had this conversation so many times, bro. Like I hear what you're saying, but like it's not. Again, it's not based on anything. You're just saying it.
What do you mean?
But they're black. Like, how do you? Okay, let me ask you this: Do you think if a child is born to a black man and a non-black woman, it's different to if it's a non-black man and a black woman? Do you think there's a difference there?
A difference
in terms of the child being black. In terms of the child being black.
No.
So there's no difference. Okay, I just wanted to make that. I just wanted to make sure I understand that. So you think that if a white person and a black person reproduce and have a child, the child is just black?
Yes.
That makes no sense, bro.
Okay. You might see it differently because
I'm basing it on biology, bro.
What? Bro,
I'm basing it
J.
on
Cole's
biology.
not black? J. Cole's not black?
Has he got a white parent, bro?
He has a white mother. His mother's white.
Then he's mixed race. He's biracial.
Okay, so you don't consider biracial as black?
No, it's biracial, bro.
Hold on. One second, bro. Let me ask the chat because we got a lot of people in here tonight. We got 165 in here.
Yeah, but
chat.
I listen. I lived in America. I know you lot all believe the one drop rule. I know that, bro. Like, but I just wanted to get your point of view.
Oh, okay, but that's why I gotta ask. Where does the one drop
rule come from, though, bro? Like, where does it come from?
Hold on, bro. Chat, is this like UK thing where we look at race differently? Like, do you guys consider biracial people as like being black, or y'all don't consider them as being black? Biracial people are black in my book. If they would have put your ass in the back of that bus, you black. You black. You can't even get away from that.
Now, listen. I'm not saying that, if someone's biracial, they're excluded from any blackness whatsoever. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is fundamentally they are part black and they're part whatever else they are.
Mm-hmm.
For you to completely disregard what that other part of their DNA makes no sense. Because
I don't disregard
that is a part of them. That's 50% of their DNA, bro, of their chromosomes.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
Like, how do you just forget about that? Like, I don't understand.
You don't forget about it, but like you just have to acknowledge you're black, but you just might not be as 100% black as someone like me and you. That comes straight from the root, right? Like you still black.
No sense, bro. It made no sense when you say
break
it. Like
that down
think
for
about
me, though.
what you just said. Think about what you just said. It didn't make no sense, bro.
How? Tell me how.
You just said, I'm not going to forget about the other side of them, but they're just black. What do you mean? You've acknowledged that they're not. You even said they're not 100% black. So you've acknowledged, and I'm not even talking about a quarter. I'm not talking about a quarter because if let's say somebody has a parent that's 100% black and they've got a mixed race parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 75%. I would class that as black. You're a black person. You can say you have some admixture in there, but you're predominantly a black person. But if you're 50 and 50, you're biracial, bro. Like,
yeah, but you can't circle biracial on a census. You're going to circle black, white, Hispanic.
You're not about a census. What's a survey
gonna
or
classify it?
application got to do with it? I'm talking about on the fundamental level of just being a human being, right?
Okay,
Like,
you're saying, okay, biologically, are
yeah,
you? Mm,
bro, you can't just take. You just can't forget about the other side. You can't, bro. It doesn't make sense. That's like saying, oh yeah, a black man and a white woman, they're gonna have a kid, and then they're all living in the house, but the kid only listens to the dad because he's black. That's that same mentality. That's basically the logic you're using. Like, I'm just going to listen to the dad that's black because he's black, even though your mum pushed you. Think about how deep that is. Your mum, the mum is white and pushed the baby out into the world, but that baby said, "I'm black." That's crazy.
I think the reason I see it that way, and I think the reason other people see it that way, is because the black people have the dominant gene. So it's like, okay, we're not gonna bother to say what both parts of you. We're just gonna go with the dominant one, and the dominant one.
I get the dominant genes. I get that.
Yeah.
I get
so
that.
it's that's why I see it that way. Now, if we lived in a world where I can have a baby with a white woman and my kid would come out looking like, Jim Carrey, then we're, that's a whole nother story, right? But you feel me?
Let's set the mosque.
Right.
Hey,
right.
That's crazy.
Right.
But do you know why? Do you know why I say these things? Yeah. And again, like I got mixed race, my immediate family mixed race in my immediate family. Yeah. Like, they're my blood. But at the same time, bro, I can call a spade a spade. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you got two parents and they're two ethnic groups, why am I just gonna disregard one of them and say, oh yeah, you're black now? Like, I think that's kind of weird. Like, I think it's kind of disrespectful. Because think about this: what if you was the white parent? Think about it. What if you was let's say the world was flipped round, yeah? And let's say you want to reproduce with a Latino woman, yeah? And the world was reversed. So now the Latina genes was the dominant genes, yeah? Right. And the one drop rule was given to Latina people, yeah? Right. And then you go and have a kid with some woman, and then they're like, oh yeah, the kid's Latina. Why? And then you're like, why is the kid Latino? I'm black. I'm the kid's parent as well. And they're like, nah, man, the kid's Latino. You're gonna be like, what are you talking about? I'm here. I exist. I'm here. If that kid wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. I supplied 50% of the work in there. What do you mean? How can you just forget about that? Your side don't matter. And that kid's gonna walk around completely just forgetting your DNA. I don't like the sound of that.
Wait, hold on, bro. Why are you talking like this as an African man, bro?
What's African got to do with it?
Bro, you're the prototype. You're the mold. Everything comes from you. So when you mix with someone else, it's going back to the source. That's all it is. Like,
not
if we lived in a world,
bro, do you know why, bro? Because
why?
Well, let me talk from UK, London, yeah?
Okay.
Boom. A lot of mixed race people, okay. A lot of times when black guys, because it happens predominantly black men dating out, yeah? They will go and reproduce and have a mixed race child. What typically happens a lot of the time is those mixed race children will go and reproduce with more white people.
That's true.
That happens a lot, bro.
That's true. I agree with that.
Especially the boys. Especially the mixed race guys. They go and get with other white girls. So those kids that are produced from that mixed race guy and the white girl, is that kid black, bro? And remember, we got dominant genes, remember?
I get your point. Okay, so what? Are you like anti-mixed race? Like, do you prefer to be a black woman?
No, I'm not anti nothing. I just call a spade a spade. If you're mixed, you're mixed.
Okay, so what would you do when it's time for you to reproduce and start your legacy? Are you looking for a black woman, or are you just looking for any woman that's going to follow your program?
To be honest with you, like back in the day, okay, I went through different phases as I've grown up. Yeah. First thing I used to think, only black. Yeah. Then I started experiencing more other girls and more other women out there in the world. Then I was just kind of like, whatever comes. I'm not really going to just like kind of limit myself. And then now with the way I've kind of matured and, you know, the conversations I've had with guys that have had gone and had kids with women outside their race and stuff like that, and the realities that they've had to accept, like I would only want to reproduce with a woman who was either black or mixed race.
Why do you make that exception for the mixed black woman though? Like,
because
why?
they're 50% black, and if I have a child with them, that child would be predominantly a black child.
Okay.
Just as I said before, remember what I said about if you have a black parent and a mixed race parent,
yeah,
the child still comes out black because that's most of their DNA.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Do you know why I think like that? Yeah, because I think that I want my child, yeah, to look at me and see themselves in me. I don't want them to have confusion. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, now I'm not saying that all mixed race people are confused and but this is just my mentality of what I want to do for my life and my legacy. I want my children to look at me and see themselves in me. Do you get what I'm saying? That he or she can relate because I've walked in their shoes, or they're gonna walk in my shoes. That they can come to me and feel like whatever I'm going through, he knows exactly what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know what it's like to be a mixed race person. I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be a white person. I don't know what it's like to be anything other than being a black male. I don't know, bro. Or a black person at the very least. I don't know what else it is. I can have a good idea because at the end of the day, think about it, yeah? Like the mixed race. All right, let me ask you this furthermore. Do you think that the black experience and the experience of a mixed race person is the same?
No.